I thought because of the outcome of the results, some of you will be well. Yes. In Miloko, you can be very happy. It's about majority. Well, in any case, let and live as a family and a compact family at that.
Thank you, our Commissioner. Gentlemen.
Getting ready to go to court, I think, to reclaim. Just said now that the outside is it not plausible?
One that PDP won. So do you not?
The justice in this whole thing is that there is a process outlined by law. Have we conformed to that process to be able to declare that somebody has won? Have we been able to transmit the results the way they were from different polling units through the ward, through the local government, and of course through the state collation center before proceeding to Abuja? Have the numbers put forward that determine who the eventual winner should be or had become in this instance? Is it a true reflection of what the voters cast in their ballot, in the ballot paper and dropped in the ballot boxes? So justice for us, we mean a clear interpretation as to whether the processes outlined by law have been followed in the conduct of this election. If you tell us that the process has been followed and you put it across like it has been followed, we will not hesitate to congratulate anybody that is named as the winner, particularly my principals and members of the political party, the PDP. We have said that the issue is about how our country can function better, even before the election. We are not changing from that position. That position means that anything anybody is doing, put Nigeria first. Whether it's the electoral body, whether it's anybody. And if you put in Nigeria first, another person wins, we will support that person. But when you put Nigeria under the table, because you want to satisfy certain interest, we cannot just sit down and behave as if we are from Jamaica. We are Nigerians. What is happening is not in the interest of our country. And we must be able to speak out. We must be able to challenge the process. Because we do desire to leave behind a far, far more functional country for our children. Are you not disturbed about the Japa mentality and the Japa syndrome? Nigerians. The controversial winner and his team have continued in line with the fears that we have expressed, talking to Nigerians as if their life doesn't matter, assuming without considering that he did not even win controversially. When you put the votes of those who did not vote for him, that his result would have fallen far less than a week pass in an examination. Combine the other people that didn't vote for him, those who voted for the PDP, those who voted for Labour, those who voted for NMPP, and indeed other political parties. So if, for instance, you have over 20 million votes, and you are scoring less than 9 million in that election, you must first of all know that majority have not even accepted you. That is assuming that the result was, the election was even free and fair. The reasonable thing to do, even when the election was free and fair, noting that that large number did not come your way, is for you to begin to build consensus, because you are going to govern all of them. But when the victory you have is controversial, and you are progressing alongside making controversial comments in what look like what we call in this part of the world pouring salt upon the jury, that cannot help us as a people. And so as individuals begin to make comments with respect to this election, there is a very higher onus of responsibility on the part of the controversial winner to behave in such a way that he does not further aggravate the already tense situation in our country. What they are demonstrating is that indeed they lack that altar of patriotism. In about a couple of days from now, specifically on the 11th, there is another election which have to do with the soul of Delta, particularly with the amount of development we have brought to bear on the landscape of our state. And we must also appreciate Deltans who came out in large numbers to cast their ballots. Like I said once in the past, that democracy promises you that the majority will have their way, while the minority will have their say. It doesn't necessarily mean that that majority may become the right majority. We will want to make it very clear that some of the issues being put on the table by the APC in the state is not in any way related to the development that were brought to bear across the 25 local government areas in Delta. We hear that once again they are bringing up issues with respect to loans. We want to make it categorically clear that we are not seeking any additional loan, and that the ones we took before was more or less a bridging finance, which was on account of the funds we were expecting from the federal government, on account, of course, due to the shortfall in remittances accruable to our states. With our brothers who, in the course of this election, have expressed their own preference outside the PDP, to know that this is the time to come together for the purpose of sustaining the Onyeme ticket, and not to be swayed by other individuals who may want to be very, very selfish and take advantage of the large numbers of these our brothers who may not have been pleased with the general outlook of things across the country, and as such clearly expressed it last Saturday. For us, as a government, we will continue, like we have always promised, to deliver on the promises we have made to our people up to the 28th of May 2023. We appreciate our persons, our brothers and sisters, for shunning violence and for realizing that as one, we can get a whole lot of things done. And we want the Deltans that as they file out next Saturday, they should think of sustenance of those developmental strides, i.e. building of more roads, further revamping of our schools, ensuring that the technical colleges reach to get to the 25 local government areas, ensuring that more Deltans become entrepreneurs through our job creation scheme, and that the only option that is on the table that could bring that to bear today without sentiment is the ticket of Uborowori and Onyeme.